Greetings, everybody. Welcome back to Supreme Innerself. Hope you're feeling good, energetic, and productive. Last time on Supreme Innerself, we spoke about adapting. It is very vital in growing as an artist because when you adapt, you see the board in many different other perspectives. And this helps when it comes to the topic of this video, preparation. Now imagine you're at a networking event with plenty of high-profile individuals who've made it in the industry. You get the opportunity to send over anything you have, let's say a portfolio, but you only have one song that you think is suitable for them to listen to without thinking you're a maniac. Sounds oddly specific to be an imagined scenario, right? Well, that's because this is actually something I experienced. In 2014, my mother took me and my sister to this event with a panel of big industry players like Farnsworth Bentley, Crystal R. Fox, and Brian Michael Cox, to name a few. One of Brian Michael Cox's assistants came up to me and asked if I was an artist, and naturally I replied yes. And so he gave me his email with no hesitation. Now, in my last two videos, I spoke heavily about the vulgar lyrics in my music, and this wasn't the time to send any of that to the likes of a producer like Brian Michael Cox. I mean, this is the guy who produced hits for artists like Luther Vandross, Aaliyah, Mary J. Blige, and Jagged Edge, and that's just the tip of the iceberg. I was very ill prepared, and to think that one song would get me anywhere was a complete joke. I hadn't even found my voice yet, let alone any type of stage presence. I barely even had the confidence to give him my email. You see, all luck is being prepared for when the opportunity comes knocking. If people see that your lights are on, but once they get inside and there's nothing to offer, you might as well just have a close sign out plastered on the front of your business. There have been so many times where I thought a certain song or even an album would take me to great heights. But being an artist comes with so much more than making good music. A great song with no one to hear it is just like having a Lamborghini just sitting in the garage. If no one hears or sees the product, how could they know the value it brings to them? In my previous video, I touched a bit on performing, but in the realm of adapting, preparation is also very, very crucial when it comes to performing. The absolute worst problem I have is remembering my lyrics. And I'll never forget the one time a friend of mine named Garrison, who goes by Apollo the Prophecy, wanted me to perform alongside him at one of these bars nearby. The song I didn't really care for too much, but he insisted because he figured it would be different and we would stand out amongst the crowd. But due to my lack of interest of performing the song, I barely took any time to rehearse my lyrics. And when we got to the venue, everything just seemed like a domino effect. For one thing, we waited for hours sitting through performances, and when we finally got called up, the audio was terrible. Now, I don't want to blame anyone or anything else for how this performance went down, but it just shows how necessary preparation is. And had I been interested in the performance from the get-go, I would have planned for little technical hiccups. And it might have even helped Apollo perform with a little more energy. As I was performing, I stumbled over my lyrics quite a few times, but I kept performing. However, I believe people thought we were a joke. On top of that, it felt like we were the only performance not even worth mentioning. And at the end of the contest, my hopes and dreams just felt like they were over. But one thing I realize is that success doesn't just come to you. It is the constant battle with failure which prepares you for success. And if you just happen to come across that big opportunity, it will leave you quicker than it presented itself. So look inside yourself, everyone. If you aren't engulfing yourself in your passion every day, every chance you get, you're losing that precious time. That time that it takes for you to be prepared once you get that deal or Jay-Z decides he wants to partner with you or something. Take this time and prepare yourselves for it. Because the hard part begins when the eyes begin to circle around you. Thanks for watching. Supreme Innerself. Now this is a case study, like a project or whatever you want to call it, for an upcoming album I have. I just wanted to take the time to shed a little light on myself rather than just say, here, buy my album, buy my album. I think that we all want to be heard, and so this is an opportunity for you to leave comments. If I speak to something that you've experienced before in your life, put it in the comments. Tell me about it. Let's have a discussion about it. I don't want to just be talking to the camera or talking into the mic and having no hearsay. So drop whatever you think into the comments. Now be respectful. And if you took a liking to any of the music you heard in this video, feel free. Click the link in the description. It'll take you to my Spotify, my Beat Store, and any other, content-based things I have under my belt. Thank you guys for watching, and you have a wonderful evening.